Well, I think that the prorogation of Parliament may give a chance for all the MPs to think through their position and perhaps try to find a way forward on Brexit. And the new Act of Parliament that prevents the country leaving the EU without a deal may well push the Prime Minister towards what I think he has said is a good outcome of not leaving with a hard Brexit.
We've had uncertainty for the last 3 years, so in a way it's not very different from what's been happening. What's not great is that the country's quite divided. The politics are acrimonious, and it's not a great feeling. But as an EU citizen, I'm also sort of watching it from the sidelines and hoping that it sorts itself out eventually.
So Parliament has now been prorogued, it's been suspended for 5 weeks until the middle of October. That means that Boris Johnson won't be able to call an election before the 31st of October, before Brexit Day. So that's a problem for Boris Johnson. But on the other hand, he's avoiding a Parliament which is set square against his Brexit policy, where he's got no majority in the House of Commons. So on the one hand, he's in trouble, but on the other hand, he's avoiding scrutiny. This long before elections as a sort of procedural thing, but this is obviously to stop there being, that's a sort of way of getting out of it, and that's a sort of disingenuous way. So there are two options open for Boris Johnson now that he's been forced to go to this European Council summit on the 31st of October. He can either resign as Prime Minister, or he can go and get that extension. Both are fraught with risk. If he resigns as Prime Minister, he's letting in Jeremy Corbyn into number 10 Downing Street and into government. If he goes for that extension, he has the Brexit Party and Nigel Farage nipping at his heels, and they're going to make life very difficult for him because he'll have broken that pledge, do or die, to leave on the 31st of October. So the position Boris Johnson is in now is that any decision he makes could lead to the loss of votes and could damage his chance of getting that majority in the House of Commons that he desperately wants.